Hey guys, welcome to What If Naruto had the Flying Regime Part 2. Okay, this is a remake of the original. It's one of the highest grossing videos on my channel, but I watched it back a couple of days ago, and some of the things that happened in the video, like I was talking really close to my phone and it came out like this, like it was really annoying, and I was so close to the phone that you guys could hear how I was breathing, and it was just bad overall. But I feel like I've changed a bit more over the course of time that I've been making these. And yeah, I want to make a new one. So this is part 2. Okay. So Naruto and Jiraiya, after that night, had trained for 3 months. Exactly 3 months. And after the 3 months, Naruto had returned to Konoha, but no one really noticed he was gone, and everybody was quite unhappy that he'd returned. They figured that he had left the village due to their bullying and teasing and the torment that they put him through for all those years. They were praying that that was the case, that they would never see him again, but that's sadly not the truth. So when he went to the Hokage's office, Lord Third immediately placed him on the team with Sasuke and Sakura, just because it was the only squad. It was a 2-man squad, 3-man squad, including Kakashi, and they needed the extra person. So Naruto meet his teammates, and he, having grown as a person, he can read people a little better than how he could 3 months ago. And he immediately when he looked at Sasuke, he noticed new stuff that he never noticed about him before. The hate in his eyes, how he yearned towards a goal, and the vengeance burning in his soul. And Sakura's just the same. Anyway, so they signed up for the Chunin exams, and for the first part, it's pretty simple. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura just have to take the heaven and earth scrolls to the tower. So what Naruto actually does is before the test. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm doing the second part. Okay, the first part just goes simply, and he actually didn't do so well on the test. He got about a 50, so he passed, but not really. And in the second part, he had marked everybody, and so that he could teleport around and see who were the ones that had gone to the tower first. So let's begin the second part. Naruto had marked everybody in the test, and now him, Sasuke, and Sakura were blitzing around the Chunin exams, and just like he had marked everybody, and he teleported to a couple of students that had a heaven scroll, I believe, and he stole it from them. Teleported back to Sasuke and Sakura, and made a mad dash for the tower. By the time they had gotten there, they had actually placed third. Well, right, or so they would have thought, but they were attacked by Sound Ninja in front of the tower. Now they had taken the Earth Scroll, and one of the Sound Ninja had actually bit Sasuke on his neck, giving him this mark. And before they could do anything else, Naruto had marked all of them and teleported them to another team's location before grabbing back their Earth Scroll. So now they walk into the tower having placed third place. So yeah. In the beginning of the third part of the Chunin exams, Naruto versus Kiba, Naruto doesn't win by taking a shit in Kiba's face. He just teleports Kiba around the arena, marking up the place, and then eventually, boop, he teleports him to this wall, and every time he teleports, he hits into something, until eventually Naruto teleported him from a marking on the ground up into the air and stabbed him in the shoulder with one of the kunais, pinning him into the ground and Kiba forfeiting. So Naruto got secured his place in the semi-finals, I believe, and everything goes the same as normal. So now, Naruto is angry at Neji because of what he did to Hinata, and this time he actually punches. He doesn't just punch Neji in the face. He actually starts choking him, and Jiraiya has to like come and pull him back off him. And he's like, "He's not worth it, kid. He's not worth it. You can beat him in the semifinals. Now let's go train." So the two of them are on the top of a mountain when Jiraiya tells him, "Kid, I'm gonna teach you something else of your father's." He grimaces. "It's gonna be very hard for you to learn, but I know you can do it." He tells Naruto about the Rasengan, an A rank jutsu, and it was his father's signature jutsu. And Naruto instantly felt tears come to his eyes thinking about his father. He figured that if he knew about his father, by extension, he would figure out stuff about his mom. And so he had never questioned it. So over the break, he had worked on his flying Raijin because even though he had been using it as extensively as he had, but like this, he was still taking lots of energy and dipping into Kurama chakra. So he worked on lowering the amount of chakra risk that would require him to teleport and stuff. And he worked on the Rasengan, eventually managing to not perfect it, but managed to be able to use the jutsu fluently as an extension of his will and chakra. He had also came up with a new variant of the jutsu. It's not the Rasen Shuriken, that's gonna come up later in Naruto Shippuden, but it's called the Rasengan Wind Lancelot. So what he does is when he creates the ball shape, he sends wind chakra into the Rasengan, creating like a little sword tip at the top of it, and then he like kind of uses it still as a Rasengan, but it's more sharp, you know? Like a lightning blade or something like that. But anyway, so the day of the semifinals comes and Naruto's facing Neji, and Neji comes in immediately trying to block off his pressure points, and it doesn't work. So Naruto has an idea. He takes out his spare kunai that he has made, and he summons 6 shadow clones, one for the other 6 kunai that he has. He gives each of them one, and then he teleports. And then as he's coming dashing towards Neji, he yells, "Naruto, blast barrage, blast flash barrage, 6-fold, Rasengan Lancelot." So 3 of them create Rasengans with the chakra that they have, and 3 create Rasengans Wind Lancelot. And they're all just like, the ones with the Lancelots are actually kind of using them as blades, and they're like trying to slash and cut at Neji, but he's managing to defeat them. So it's Naruto and 1 Shadow Clone left, and the Shadow Clone is actually the one that stays back while the real Naruto charges in. So Neji goes for the Shadow Clone, and the Shadow Clone doesn't hit him with the Rasengan, but Neji attacks the clone, Naruto defends the clone, then the clone, Neji comes after the clone that stayed back, and in the distraction of him killing the clone, Naruto comes in and Rasengans Neji right in the back, shooting him into the stands, and he hits his stomach. Naruto then teleports on top of Neji with a marker that he placed inside of his, on his jacket, and he holds the knife to his throat. And then, like, the Kurama's chakra starts to overtake him, and then like a raspy voice, he's like, "You hurt her. She's your flesh, your blood, and you hurt her. I'm gonna kill you." And right then, as he's about to slash Neji's throat, he realizes what he's doing, and he forces himself to drop the kunai While Neji forfeits, Naruto walks out to the stands and he walks into Jiraiya and he asks him, "What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why did I do that? Why did I feel like that? That's not normal." Jiraiya holds him as Naruto bursts into tears. He doesn't know what to feel anymore. How is he supposed to explain what that was? It was just a burst of murderous intent. But Naruto walks back into the stands with Sakura and Kakashi. Well, not just Sakura, with Sakura, and he holds his head down, sullen and afraid. He grimaces. "Sakura, is that why everyone called me a monster?" And as Sakura looked at him with a face full of disgust, "You are a monster, and there's nothing that you can ever do to change that. That's why everyone hates you." Naruto walks away. He doesn't want to believe that it's true, but he knows in his heart that that's what everyone thought of him for years. And so he accepts it. He accepts the label of monster. He accepts that the Yellow Flash is his father, but he is not the Flash. He is a monster. And just like that, boom, the Konoha Crush happens. Gaara, instead of being pushed to the edge by Sasuke, he grows progressively angry because of how Sasuke disrespected him, because of the fact that he had abandoned. Gaara was angry that Sasuke had abandoned their fight, feeling like Sasuke had felt that he wasn't worth his time. And so he lashed out. He smacked Sasuke across his stomach as he made his grand entrance into the tournament. Sasuke fell back hard, only for Kakashi to substitute himself and appear behind Sasuke, grabbing him before he got seriously injured. So, and as Gaara was making his way to the beast, Naruto had decided, hey, a monster should kill another monster, huh? And he grabs two of his kunai, and he rushes there. Then, and as soon as he gets on the scene, his murderous intent comes back, stronger than before, and it overtakes him, but he fights it. He can still feel a surge of chakra flowing through him, however, and he takes it. He puts a bunch of markers around him, and he creates 3 shadow clones, and he tells them the plan. He gives them 2 kunai each. And he tells them what to do. So one creates a Rasengan, the other creates a Rasengan, and so does Naruto. So he puts one of the kunai in his mouth and holds the other one out, and he screams out, Black Flash, 3-fold thunderclap attack. And with that, the Naruto start blitzing around Gaara, picking up speed, until finally they all teleported in front of him and hit him with 3 Rasengans. Because Gaara was jolted awake by the amount of pain, the QB receded, and he fell down on the ground unconscious. Naruto grabbed Gaara's shirt and he tells him, "You're not a monster. I'm a monster."